Namaste. It's Yara, Vedic astrologer, with my forecast for the upcoming full moon that will shine brightly in the sky on Monday, May 12th, in the sign of Sidereal Libra and in the constellation of Vishaka. We went through an interesting new moon in sidereal Aries on April 27th that released a lot of energy for new beginnings, new projects, a new phase in our lives. But that new moon happened in the constellation of Bharani, in which new seeds do not flower immediately, but need to be nourished. So for the last weeks, we cared for the spark of the new, gaining strength slowly. At the same time, of course, we always must let go of the old in order to make room for the new that wants to take up space. Now we have come to a point of breakthrough where the little plant we cared for sticks its head through the soil and bathes in the sunlight. It is as if a crust breaks open, and it is a really powerful, almost magical moment of activation and change of direction that the full moon of May 12 now brings. Old souls in particular will feel that after at least 6 months of intense inner transformation and of perhaps conflicting voices in our head, finally a clear view and an unshakable attitude are emerging. Whatever the new beginning, new placement or new role is for each and every one of us, we all probably have run away from this decision or step for a very long time, out of fear, out of habit, or because we kept ourselves small or tied up in a certain frequency or role. But around this full moon in May, with the moon in sidereal Libra in opposition to the exalted sun in sidereal Aries, we feel now where something in us and in our lives has not been in balance for a long time. And we see very clearly what we need to change in ourselves and in certain situations or circumstances in order to stand in our power and vibrate more fully in our very own frequency of light. With Mars in sidereal Cancer squaring the full moon, this recognition might be quite an emotional and intense moment. Long suppressed feelings are likely to awaken, perhaps in the form of anger or sadness, perhaps as joy or love. A new intensity is breaking through, which probably goes hand in hand with increased sensitivity and higher perception. It could be that we need some days of withdrawal from the world for this sensitivity and intensity to take hold. Venus exalted in Pisces, who rules this full moon in Libra, channels this wave of intensity and new beginnings in a direction that is both spiritual as well as practical. Because Venus is still in a Parivartana yoga with Jupiter, the ruler of Pisces. That is the sign where Venus shines in the sky, while Jupiter himself sits in the more concrete and practical sign of sidereal Taurus, which in turn is ruled by Venus. This change of signs makes both auspicious planets even stronger and more auspicious, and they channel their conjoined energy through this full moon, because it is ruled by both of them, by Venus, who rules the sign of Libra, as well as by Jupiter, who is the ruler of the constellation of Vishaka, in which the full moon falls in the sky. All the constellations ruled by Jupiter always strive for the right path, the greater good, the inspiration of the higher self. And with the gods Indra and Agni, who dwell in the constellation of Vishaka, there is so much strength, willpower, and assertiveness in this full moon that all resistances and fears are literally crushed. This can also mean that we must go through conflicts and challenges when we position ourselves now clearly, choosing our very own path. Many blessings for this full moon of intense clarity, strength, and a clear change of frequency and direction. Namaste.